Now, the philosophy around selling, whether it's the podcast, whether it's the white paper, or whether you get people on a free meeting or you meet people outside, it's always the same. I always tell people the exact same way. I never ask them to come to a discovery call or a triage call directly. I frame it as a way that I'm going to help them. So, what I do is I invite them by saying, look, I don't think we would be a good fit. And here's the thing, I'm actually being honest because I don't know their business well enough to say that we're a good fit or not. But I'd rather push them away and make them feel that this is not a sales call. I don't think we would be a good fit to work together. However, I just solved this problem for another client and they saw some cool results. If you want, I could show you how we did it and you could try to do it yourself. Now, by framing it as, hey, I'm going to help you, I'm not trying to sell you, it's something that I've solved, we got cool results from it, and you could try to do it yourself. So, by this, when you invite people to something like where you're going to help them, they always attend the call looking for that information and you're going to give them everything for free. The idea is in their brains, they should feel that they can steal all the information from you for free. And then at the exit is where you sell them the next step. Hey, look, if you want, I could actually show you how we could do it for you. And then you move to the second part where you're selling them at the exit. 95% of the process, you're making them feel that they can steal all the information, that they can get all the value and run away. But in the last 5 minutes or the last 5% is where you're going to move them to the next step. Hey, now that we know a little bit more about your business, I get the feeling we might be able to help you. Would you like me to share how we could possibly do it all for you? So basically, I want you to understand this framework. Offer free help, give them ideas of how they can steal the information, and then in the last 5 minutes, convert them to the next step. For the white paper, for the podcast, it's the same thing. So what we would do is we would say, look, I helped another client solve this problem that you have. I don't think we would be a good fit. However, if you want, I could show you how you could do it yourself. And then when they say yes, I then say, look, I have another meeting after this, but we can schedule something for next week and I can just show you how we could do it quickly. And then you just book in the time. Don't show them the answer in that session because they're going to be in a different mindset. So you want to bring them to another call. And the more times you meet someone, the more trust you build. So it's better to pull them into another call and then you talk about the problem there. So in the white paper, in the podcast, you give them an invitation for a free thing that they could learn. When they come to that call, you basically frame it as, look, I think if we give you the generic advice and I just show you what we did for them, it probably won't work for you as well. But what if you just share a few details about your business and I can make a little bit more specific of a plan that would work better for you? So tell me about your business. Who are you targeting? And then you just get right into it. So that way you will get specific details about their business and you will turn it into a triage call. The triage call script is in the next video. After the triage call, you move them to the strategy call. Now at the strategy call, you put a plan together with them. And by the end of it, they should have convinced themselves that they need what you're talking about. And if you do this process right, you first offer something free, you move them to the call. In that call, you basically convert it into a triage call by saying, I don't think the generic advice would work for you. If you give me a few details about your business, I can make it specific for your business. And then from this call, you move them to the strategy call. And by this time, all you need to do is at the end, say, look, if you want, we could do this for you, or you could try to do this yourself. And most of you, what you're selling is something that people can't do themselves. They would rather just hire you. So what this is going to do is going to give you more opportunities to sell because right now you probably don't have many sales calls happening. So this is going to give you an opportunity to sell without being salesy. Throughout the process, you're just helping them. Every step is just helping them more and more. It's going to be building more and more trust. In the beginning, you might be a bit rough. People might call you out on it and say that you're trying to sell them something. Just be honest and say, yeah. But once you do this more and more, you're going to get smoother. You're going to learn how to sell. And then for the rest of your life, you're never going to struggle. Because once you get good at this, it becomes very easy to transition people into clients. So just follow the next few videos because I'm going to go into detail about each of the different aspects. So make sure to take notes. And if you have any questions, come to the group calls. We'll answer them all there.